Hi, this is just a little test. Is this working? Is this fine? Is this good? Is this working? Is this good? Is this fine? Is it working? Is it good? Hi, is this good? Is it fine? Is it working? Can you hear me? Is it good? Is it fine? This is not ASMR, by the way. I thought I'd just preface that by saying this now. This is not ASMR. This is just real me. This is Danny. Oh, damn it. Oh, I think, Matrin, you're telling a little joke on me. I think that's what you're doing. You're doing a little jibe on me. A little pun. But I know better. Because it's me, real Danny. Out of character Danny. That's who I am right now. Just regular, ordinary Danny. Yeah, I thought I'd just come on YouTube, just my real authentic self is how I usually sound when I'm not doing the funny videos. You know, when I'm just regular me relaxing, maybe watching the football. That's what I do. I like to sit back, relax, watch football. I like to, I like to go on walks. I like to look at the trees. That's just the sort of man I am. Boys. It's just regular Danny. I got a new streaming PC. Unlike my old one that couldn't do anything. Not really. This one, I think it's got a bit of a kick behind it. So I thought I'd just, try it out. I was streaming on Twitch earlier. I'm on Twitch at twitch.tv/Danny Docile. You can follow me there. I play Rainbow Six Siege. Hello, Space Go. Hello, Juan. Huge Ego. Sorry, 1032 Sarah Kirk Valentine. Matrin. Lovely to see you. I hope I'm coming at you for the first time in 1080p, 60 frames per second. So I'm told by the nerds who set it up for me, because I couldn't do that, because that's not the sort of man I am. Yeah, it's so graphics. Yeah, I love that, Sarah. I love that. It's so graphics. But yeah, I thought I'd give you all a chance to speak to the real Danny for once. Not the funny guy you see on the screen. The real Danny. That's who you're speaking to right now. No silly voices. No jokes. Just the regular, normal man. That is what I'm sort of presenting in front of you. Vulnerable right now with that. So if you had any questions you want to ask normal Danny, now's the time, because I've never done this before. Usually I've got masks on, I've got walls up, but I'm here to be vulnerable. I'm here to be vulnerable with all of you. So have at it. Do your worst. Do your worst. Would you say ASMR Danny is more charming than out of character Danny? ASMR Danny, he's a persona I've been building up for many years. The voice took a while. Charming, he's not charming, I'd say he's a rascal. If I had to compare him to something, I'd say maybe of African folklore, he's like a Tokoloshi. He's an ancient sort of spiritual figure in my mind. That's how I see him. And me, I'm just a regular guy that likes and watches sports. I'm getting extremely authentic vibes from you right now. That's good. That's how I like to come across. Just as a regular guy. That's who I am. Are you a Chad? Yes. Juan, I always wanted to know the real one. Well, Juan, here I am, Juan. This is me. Authentic. Doesn't get more authentic than this. I'm just a regular guy, Juan. How does one spell that? Good question. That's a great question. I'm a man who can spell every word. That's just something that I can do. That's, I can, but I don't. I like to have the power. Chad, Sigma or Alpha? I don't like to be confined by those particular rules. I think those rules, they do nothing for me. I if anything, I'm a Chad Epsilon. There's no joke that goes with that. Where have you been? Well, my usual life, out of character. I work in an accounts firm. I'm head of accounts for a big law firm. And the law stuff is just real busy right now. Law's real busy at the minute, with all the the law stuff happening. So it's I'm up to my neck in law accounts. That's where I've been, just typing away at my law computer, filing all the law money with the law numbers. You know, I could talk about it for ages, but I don't want to bore you. Just trust me on that one. It's real boring. And sorry, I know I don't like to swear in my real life. It's real boring. Fuck. We know ASMR Danny donates to charities, builds homes for homeless. What does out of character do to better the world? Matrin? Fuck. That's a great question, Matrin. You know, I'm really glad you asked. If anything, ASMR Danny is like an outreach arm of out of character Danny. I do so much more than that. You know, whereas ASMR Danny, he donates to charity, he does a lot of charity work. ASMR Danny does do a lot of charity work. He cares about, you know, people and things, and people who do things. That's a really big part of the brand. I've really tried to develop the brand of ASMR Danny by putting him really strong in that charity sector, because it just files really well with a YouTube audience, a young YouTube demo, you know. But, you know, out of character Danny, you know, I mainly run sort of conglomerates. I'm an accountant for a law firm, as you know. I mainly sort of fund arms factories, which doesn't sound humanitarian. Okay, next question. Sarah, writing in Japanese. Miguel, yes, Miguel, what's your question? What's your question for out of character Danny? Are you having a breakdown? No, not having a breakdown. I just thought it would be good to come and be vulnerable with you all today. I thought it'd be good to be vulnerable, just to be out here, you know, just being vulnerable with my friends. Danny, your accent is very eye-catching. Where exactly is it from? You know, Metro, I get asked that a lot at the law firm. They say, where are you, unless, you know, I'm a world traveller. I'm here, I'm there. You know, I grew up over here, I travelled to over there, and I've been all the places in between. I hope that answers your question. Good question, thank you. What's your preferred toilet paper wiping technique? Now, I've had lots of discussions about this. Usually, a bit controversial. Usually around the arsehole. Great question, thank you. You know, you're all coming with great, fantastic questions, and I'm really glad we can share this vulnerable moment between us all. It's nice, it's good, it's powerful, and you know, I think it brings us all together. And you know, when ASMR Danny does come back, you know, in his videos and in the other things I do, I hope this can really strengthen, you know, the relationship between the viewers and the brand of Danny Docile ASMR. You mentioned Rainbow Six earlier. What else do you play? I play a lot of things. You know, I play a lot of things. At the minute, it's pretty much just Rainbow Six Siege. But looking at my desktop right now, it's a new PC, so I've known it's not many things are installed. But I've also installed a game called Squad, the Finals, Ground Branch, and Fortnite. So I hope that gives you an idea into my crazy world. Robert Heinlein or Arthur C. Clarke? Probably the second one, because I've heard of them. Your had said Sex and the City, but have you ever considered Sex in the Village? You know, the spin-off series Sex in the Village, it didn't really do much for me. If I'm completely honest, it was very boring. Very few people lived in that village. You know, and once everyone had sex with everyone else, not only was there huge interpersonal conflict to a point where it spiraled out of control, but everyone was also really old, but in a bad way. If you remember, do you remember Sex in the Village? Yeah, I think when it got to about series 5, half of the cast had sort of died off. There was quite a lot of sort of babies that are born through the sex, but honestly, it was a very dark show, and it exposed a very dark underworld of sort of Middle England. I think they won't ever repeat it, which is a shame. Are you secretly Chinese? Now, if I would have told you that, it wouldn't be a secret, would it? Think. Yeah? Yeah? Good question. Good questions, everyone. These are good questions. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Yeah, this is going to be one of your only chances to speak to truly out of character Danny before he puts on his fake persona. He puts up his walls. Danny, your accent is so interesting. It seems to be morphing as you speak. Very exotic. Yeah, you know, as I've said before, I'm getting a lot of questions about my accent, which honestly I didn't expect. You know, this is just how I sound when I'm not making videos. Sometimes, you know, I start here, I start there. I've travelled to many places, and I pick up accents from where I go. So maybe the speakers your end possibly, because my accent is incredibly consistent, and I won't hear otherwise. Does out of character like Tim Waltz is the vice president pick? You know, I'm not really following American politics, as I said. Out of character, Danny, me in real life. The only thing I really follow is the law firm that I work for and the arms factories that I fund, and I'll say I won't be accepting any questions about those. Did you play any Monkey Island Grim Fandango? I was raised on shittier games, unfortunately. Is Monkey Island the one we have to catch the monkeys with the nets? Maybe I had a Grim Fandango game for the PSP many years ago. I can't quite remember. Shittier games though, sorry. Are you excited for the new season of Fortnite? Yes. Yeah, you know what I'm very sort of up to date with shooting games, with working in the arms industry that I do. So I had to know about Fortnite, and I know that the season of Fortnite currently I think has to do with Mad Max chaos, sort of cars and modifications, which were fun for a while, but I find the gimmick wears off pretty quickly. So yeah, I think I'm quite excited for whatever the new series brings to us. How is life as an extremely handsome man? Yeah, well, thanks, Jin. I appreciate that. You know, it's fine. I get a lot of attention from everyone. You know, just as a man who sounds like this and walks with the sort of the dominant air that I do, it's you know, that's the end of that. I think that's the end of what I had to say there. Thank you. Sarah Kirks need to fresh. I hope you fresh well, Sarah. I'm glad you need a fresh. Oh, refresh my drink. Could you not say... Don't worry, Sarah, I've not said anything interesting this entire time, and that doesn't look like it's going to change at any point going forward, so you don't need to worry about that at all. So, I'm not sure if any of you are familiar with... you know, things I've done before. I'm hoping this appears like a better live stream than what you are used to. Because if not, I've just wasted a lot of money. But I think it does. I think it is strong. I think it's good. I think we've got something really nice here. What does a strong, handsome man like you eat for dinner? I eat really healthy things. You know, to keep my mind fresh and sharp for the accounting that I do as my job. So it's mainly just eggs and steak and beef and eggs of sort of various different animals, some of which don't natively lay eggs. Was out of Danny's out of character Danny's drink of choice? Lots of things really. It's mainly milk. Just sort of litres and litres of milk. I find it keeps my brain sharp and my gut destroyed completely. Does out of character Danny know if Mixed is still making ASMR content? I don't believe they are. No. I did meet up with Mixed in a diner in Los Angeles a couple of months ago, and they are doing well. We were just talking about the arms deals that we're doing, because they're also an arms dealer. Heavy on the cholesterol. Love it. Yeah, cholesterol is really... cholesterol is what really gets your, like... how can I say? Really gets the brain going. A lot of people say the brain runs on sugar. It doesn't. The brain runs on cholesterol. Pure, unabated cholesterol. That's what the brain runs off of. And that's true. You can look that up. No, I've got a very, very, very heavy workout routine. I wake up in the morning, and then I in the morning I actually do a workout. And then I give it a couple hours, and at lunchtime I do another workout. And then between lunchtime and dinner, another 3 workouts. And then all throughout the night, it's just workouts, some of which happen when I'm asleep. So that's just that's how I keep this physique, this posture. I do have a 6-pack, but I've been told I'm not allowed to show you. My lawyer said that. They said, They said that this is what my lawyers sound like. They said, "Oh, Daddy, don't show them the six page." I said, "Why not?" And they said, "Oh, no, you're American side." So I didn't. Well, how do you do all those workouts and make arm stills at the same time? You know, I've got two hands. Workout here, arm still there. Workout here, arm still there. That's just the sort of boy I am. One arm for working out, one arm for dealing arms. That's what I call it. That's why they call them arms. That's why they call them arms. You know, like a day over 16, how's the adrenochrome treating you? Yeah, absolutely fine. I'm actually, well, I know it's hard to believe, but I am 16 years old. ASMR Danny is a bit older. The character of ASMR Danny is a bit older, but I out of character Danny, I am 16 years old. How often do you deal with it with jerks and their jerking? That's a very intimate question, Space Gun. I'm not entirely sure what you're asking me there. The usual way is all I think I can say without getting demonetized. Okay. Nice. These are great questions, everyone. I'm really glad we can be vulnerable together. I'm really glad we can be vulnerable together like this. This is nice. I'm feeling very vulnerable. Incredibly vulnerable. No, I don't know about you all, but my stream, on my other screen, my little stream settings thing, says excellent connection. So we've managed to connect sort of on many levels. It can verify there, because it's smart. It's probably got AI things, that we have an excellent connection between me and all my fans, all the people that support the brand. It can verify. It says we have an excellent connection, and I agree with it. I think you're all fantastic, and I'm really glad we can share this moment together. I'm not going just yet. That sounded like I was about to sign off and leave, but I'm not. Any more questions for anyone? You know, what is ASMR Danny's and Out of Character Danny's favourite show? ASMR Danny likes quite a lot of things, I suppose. ASMR Danny finds that a really hard question to answer, because he's got many layers. There's many layers to the character of ASMR Danny, so he'd find that quite hard to answer. I'd probably say he watches Always Sunny a lot, and he doesn't really watch much television. Whereas Out of Character Danny, you know, me, I like shows like Suits and House of Cards. Both shows that I've definitely watched a lot. I can name anything for any of those shows. I'd connect to you any day. Thank you, Space Goat. Out of Character Danny, which is me, is obviously incredibly straight and also a sexual deviant. That's who I am. Sort of in my real life, out of character, I'm a straight sexual deviant. So I'll probably be looking to take advantage of that flirtatious thing that you said there in sort of a manner of ways. And Out of Character Danny will probably direct message you on Instagram later, presuming of course you are someone that is the opposite sex to what Out of Character Danny is. That's the sort of man I am. What's your favourite suit? That's a great question. I'll probably have to say Hearts. Soz, I forgot it was my house rabbit dinner time. If he ain't fed, nobody gets fed. You know, that's valid. That is very valid. It's very, they are sort of the alphas of the household, is the house rabbits. Did Meghan Markle use her role in Suits to get closer to Prince Harry, and if so, how did she plan that out and execute it? Yeah, I actually did a research paper on that back when I used to work for the research company Bellingcat. It was a really tough one. Actually, it was a really tough one. It was through a mixture of bribery. She happened to know his weak spot, which of course is, as everyone here is aware of, is a Toyota Corolla. and she just bought him Toyota Corollas until he crumbled, sort of like a biscuit. And then it was at that point when he was surrounded by garages and garages of Toyota Corollas. You know, he was helpless. He was absolutely helpless. And you know, at those points, what can you do? Is out of character daddy watching the Olympics? Yeah, I've watched every single thing that's happened in the Olympics in real time. I've got an extensive knowledge of everything that's happened during the Olympics, and I've also got favourites. What is your weak spot? Probably the spot at the top of my neck and the sort of between the top of my neck and the bottom of my skull. I'd say it's quite weak. I'd say with the well-placed arrow, that's me done. I'm assuming out of character is a fan of Australian breakdancing. Yeah, you know, I've consulted with Ray Gunn. We had some consulting things. She also works... she wouldn't want me to say that, actually. She works alongside some of the industries that I might work for. And, you know, we consulted her. I taught her some of the moves, which she used, I think, to great effect, but other people seem to disagree. But that's the thing about breakdancing. It's a very opinionated sport. It's a very opinionated thing. And you can have a lot of opinions about things. That's what I've found, anyway. It's one of the main things that I've found, actually, is that you can have a lot of opinions about things. Can I take a note of your weak spot, just in case? Yes. If I'd have said no, I feel like you could have done that anyway. So I wanted to have power in that situation. I wanted to have the power in that situation. So I said yes, like it was my choice. That's the sort of man out of character Danny is. This is what I'm like. That's me. I could strike at a moment's notice. Look at that. You didn't expect that one, did you? I'm fast. Like a bee. Well, it's one of the main things, isn't it? About choices. Main things about choices, isn't it? We all think we've got choices, don't we? We all think we do got choices. You wake up in the morning and you think, oh, I've got a choice here. You don't. Life is predetermined. That's what my law firm always argues in the court. Someone says, well, he did the murder. And they say, well, actually, free will is a myth. Who's he to do the murder? And the judge says, oh, go on then. We also bribe the judges. What is your bench max? I don't know what that is. Is it a shoe? I don't wear bench max shoes. You mentioned earlier you got a new PC. What are the specs? And is it custom or pre-built? It's custom. I built it myself with my own two hands. Yeah? That's actually a lie. That contradicts what I said earlier. I didn't. Nerds built it for me. I got nerds in. Just some nerds came in when I was sort of doing my law firm stuff, which isn't nerdy stuff. It's law firm stuff. It's money. It's grind set stuff. Sort of a bunch of nerds came in and maybe bought an AMD Ryzen 7000 series processor, an RTX 3070, 32 gigabytes of RAM. I think just a classic 1 terabyte SSD. The nerds bought that in and sort of put that together. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? But they did that. About 50. Got 50 nerds working for me. Got about 50 nerds. And I call them that. I shout at them every day. I say, hey, nerds. And then one of them cries. And the one who cries, I fire. It's just the sort of man out of character Danny is. Yeah? Yeah? Yeah. ASMR Danny, he'd probably kiss him because he's weak. But out of character Danny, he'll hit them until they leave and cry and bleed in that order. Yeah? It's quick. I'm quick. Yeah, I know Mr. Beast. I know Mr. Beast. He buys some of the stuff from one of the firms I work for. I can't say which one. I'm under an NDA. Yeah? But yeah, he loves it. He bloody loves it, does Mr. Beast. You know, I found out the other day, and this is industry knowledge. So this can't leave this stream, actually. This really can't leave this stream. His surname isn't even Beast. Don't know what it is, but it's not Beast. blew my fucking mind, that did. Mental. You're asking great questions, everyone. I'm really enjoying it. It's nice to get an opportunity to express my authentic self. Oh no, it's crazy. You'd think they'd stop them doing that. You'd think they'd stop them doing lies on me and that, but they don't. They don't. People can just say things on the internet that isn't true, and then no one kills them. No, I'm not kidding. It's true. Who'll be the one to dethrone Mr. Beast in his kingdom? I don't really know. There's some industry buzzes in the various things that I'm sort of listening to. Some people think he's going to be replaced by the BBC presenter Adrian Chiles. I don't think that's particularly true. I think Charles has been off the circuit for a while, so I don't think it's going to be him. I think someone else a while ago said it was going to be the dog from that television show Come Outside, the one that goes in the plane, but he's been dead for years, so it can't be him. But those were the only two frontrunners that I'd heard of, and I'm very in the know. So if it's not them, you know, I've got no idea who it could be. I think it could only really just be them. Who else is there? Those are the celebrities. Let's have a look. Stream health. Stream's healthy. Nice. What is the best question we could possibly ask? That's a bloody great question, Sarah. It's probably that one, to be honest. Well done. Can everyone congratulate Sarah, please? Everyone, please congratulate Sarah. They asked the best question. But I'm not seeing much congratulating. I don't care if there's a delay in the chat. Please congratulate Sarah. I'm not going to stop. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Very good. Well done, Sarah. That's good. That's nice. That's the sort of effective thing that we need. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. That's the thing about Out of Character Denny. He's powerful. He knows what he wants and he wants what he knows. And he's aware and he's not aware that doesn't make any sense. Well, it's not okay actually, Space Girl. ASMR Danny would forgive you and probably sort of say nice things like it's okay. But out of character Danny has no room for forgiveness. He doesn't even know what that word means. Which doesn't really make much sense, because how could he not have any room for it if he doesn't know what it is? That's the sort of things that is in my mind, you know? There's just a war going on in here, and I'm losing, yeah? Yeah. There we are. There we bloody are. Yeah. What's bloody going on? There we are. Right, I've got time for a few more questions. Then I need to go back to my law firm and do numbers, because the counts there. It's what my job is. Got time for 3 more questions. Make them good ones. Because if they're not good ones, I'll cry. What's your favourite number? That's a good question. My favourite number is 432. Because that's how much money I make every second. How busy is the firm today? The firm? I don't know what that is. I'll allow you another free question to explain what a firm is. Do you mean a firm? As in like, alright, firm? Football? What? Does out of character Danny believe in his personal hygiene? And if so, what's his routine? I don't actually need a routine for personal hygiene. When you're sort of built better, it just sorts itself out. You know, that's the sort of man I am. Place where you work. How busy is a firm? We're really busy. We're the most busiest law firm that's ever sort of been We've got 2 million clients, and all of them queue up outside the door every day. It's a really long queue, you know. And what can I say? It's really busy. That's why I've not had time to upload. You know, do you have any idea how quickly I need to type to do all that? It's like that. It takes ages. Right, one more question. One more. Because I need to go and smoke a cigarette. Because that's what I do. I'll smoke 2 cigarettes at once. Was QAnon right about JFK being reborn? Absolutely, yes, 100%. I've actually met the reincarnation of JFK, and she's very nice. Okay, thank you so much everyone for joining my this little stream test. It seems like it's working well. Nice to be vulnerable with you. I might do this again at some point. Maybe as out of character Danny, maybe as sort of the weak, sort of idiot ASMR Danny, who knows. Thank you so much everyone. Thank you. You can all leave now. Thank you. You can all leave. It's time to leave now. The stream's over. Leave, please. I will be the last one here. Strict, go. It's time to go. Goodbye. Thank you so much. Thank you. Goodbye. Good night. Bye. Please leave. It's time to leave the stream. The stream is over now. Please leave. I need to mop. Goodbye, everyone. I noticed not many of you are leaving. There we are. One of you's left. Good. Please leave. I really need to close the shutters and mop, and I'm not allowed to do that until everyone leaves. Please go. Please leave. Honestly, I don't get paid overtime. It's time to go. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. This has been good. It's been great. Thank you. That's good. That's good. Nice. Keep leaving. That's good. It's time to go. Goodbye. Start. There we are. Keep going. Very good. That's very good. It's very nice. It's very good. Good. Thank you, everyone. Goodbye. Goodbye. It's lovely to see you all. Good. Lovely. Good. Thank you. Someone's joined. It's the end of the stream. Please leave. I'm waving goodbye. If you've joined, you're the wrong. You need to go. Please go. It's the end of the stream. Thank you. Thank you. Please go. The stream is over. There is no more entertainment happening. It's gone. It's gone. You can go. The stream's over. There's no more entertaining is happening. No more entertainment is happening. More people are joining. Stop joining. The entertainment is gone now. It's time to leave. I need to close the doors and mop so I can go home. I don't get paid overtime on the stream. So you need to go so I can go home. Please go. The stream's over. My arm's really starting to hurt now. So it's important you go. Otherwise, if I can't wave, I'll just be sort of staring forward, and it will look like I've had a breakdown. Please go. Thank you everyone for joining the stream. It's time to go now. It's time to go. It is time to go. It's time to go home. It's time to go. Oh, the police are